Hello and welcome to the Lord's Last Play. I'm your host, Megan Bent, and today we have a special edition episode. As we honor Black History Month, I have gathered Black identified athletes to share their stories and experiences navigating the varsity landscape as a racial minority. I want to offer a trigger warning as some of the themes shared within this episode may make you feel uncomfortable, and I hope that you're able to challenge your internal biases and reflect on how race and ethnicity exist in your life and how we can be an ally, not just to the Black community, but to racial minorities everywhere. Please note that some of the content discussed today in today's episode are not representative of the college, and all of our ideas are our own. Anyway, first and foremost, how are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
Feeling good? Can you introduce yourself and what sport you play? We'll start over here.
My name is Matthew Iacono, and I play men's basketball.
My name's Sidney Stuart, and I'm on the volleyball team.
My name's Alexis, Bayley, and I'm on the soccer team.
Well, thank you for joining me today. And so just to get this out of the way, what countries do you represent? So, where is your family from?
My family's from Jamaica, Montego Bay.
My family's from Guyana.
My mom's from India, and my dad's from Barbados and Guyana.
Okay. Oh, there we go. See? Okay, so I actually am all of these things. So my dad was from Jamaica. Oh, I'm not Guyanese. I forgot. My bad. But Guyana's cool. And then my family is from Barbados, repping my trident here today. Okay. So, and then can you tell me how long each of you have played at Durham?
No, I just came here. I've been here it's my first semester here.
First semester. Okay, and what program are you in?
I'm in PSI.
What is that?
Policing Security Investigations.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've been at Durham for playing volleyball for 2 years. I've been here for 4.
And what program are you in?
I'm in behavioral science.
Ooh, that's the
honors, yeah.
That's what I thought. That's cool.
And I've been here for 2 years, and I'm in millwright. It's a trade.
I like that. That's cool. We need more women in trade. I hear that all the time. Okay, and then what made you want to play at Durham College?
My story's not that extravagant. I really wanted to... I knew I wanted to play soccer, post-secondary, but I didn't know where. Everyone was always... Because I'm in soccer, I was in club soccer, everyone was always so pushy about going to the States, and I've always seen people commit D1, D2, whatever, but I never really considered that an option for myself. So I was more my mom kind of said, do your education here first, at least get a degree so that if soccer doesn't work out for you, you can have something to fall back on. So that's really what I'm doing now. And I didn't even know Durham had a women's soccer team, actually. But she searched it up, and then she reached out to the coach, and he was like, yeah, I would love you on the team. And that's really all how it started.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And you've been here 4 years now, right?
Yeah. Okay. But in my first year, I came here to do a bridge program to go to Trent, and then I was like, you know what, I'm bored. It was the first 2 weeks of school, and I said, let me see if there's any tryouts, and I came on the last day of tryouts, and the coach said oh, yeah, I'll have you here for the year, and went from there. I stopped playing for 2 years, and then I came back for this last one.
What made you stop playing?
Was it my choice?
Okay, I'm sorry. We can cut that part. And you?
I would say, to be honest, it was actually because of the culture that Durham has. So I went to school in Nipissing, North Bay. I don't know if you guys heard of that.
Yeah.
It's very I felt like an outcast over there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. And then I went to Belleville Loyalists, the same kind of feeling. Me, I'm both community, right? So being with I'm from Pickering, so I get that I'm home, and it's more people that I could assemble with, I guess you could say, over here.
Yeah,
so
more diversity.
More diversity. Yeah, it's really small over there. North Bay and Belleville is nah.
Why'd you pick there if you're from Pickering?
Yeah,
I travel. That's why.
Okay.
And playing basketball over there too.
Were you recruited to play at Nipissing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over there.
And what did you study there before you came here?
Criminology.
That makes sense. That tracks. I mean, I could track that in my brain, so okay. But what made you go from Nipissing to Loyalist first?
Loyalist, to be honest, I stopped Nipissing for a little bit, deal with some family problems, and then it took a couple years. It took a year and a half off, and then I went back to Loyalist because coach was offering good scholarships, so why not? Took it.
And so were you with them last
Yeah, I was with them last.
That's
No,
crazy.
not last semester. Last year.
Oh, okay. I
took a semester
That's
out.
crazy.
Yeah,
No.
switch up.
Welcome to the winning team. Well, but you guys did lose to.
I know that was a bad. Oh my god.
That was crazy
Yeah, we
because
lost my whole team, bro.
this is not related to the episode, but let's talk about that because last week I was supposed to have men's basketball and they stood me up. But I have some questions. So you guys lost twice to Centennial. You guys lost to Loyalists, and you guys lost once to Seneca. So now you guys are on a 3-way tiebreaker for first place.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
So you guys really need to pull out all the stops
We
versus
did it to
George
ourselves,
Brown.
to be honest.
Yes,
but,
you did. Sorry, I'm too hyped about this. Yes, you did.
Yeah, we did it to ourselves. Like, I don't know what we were thinking, but we locked in now, so we beat Georgian.
We both beat
Yes.
Georgian, women
Yeah,
and
you
men.
guys
I was
both,
so
yeah.
happy. I was like, let's go. Yeah.
Beat Georgian, and it's gotta beat George Brown, and we're good.
And you're good.
Wait, you guys like went off like a large amount of points. Can you guys clinch first, or does it not matter?
Nah, it's head to head.
Oh,
So
head-to-head?
it's like,
Okay.
cause it's weird because we lost to Seneca twice, but we beat Georgian twice, and then Georgian beat Centennial twice.
So
Sorry,
it's literally
yeah.
like this way, this way, this way.
Yeah.
But it's probably like, so I was at the OCAA office, and it's funny because I was talking to the guys who like do the tiebreaker. I was like, wait, so if Durham wins on Wednesday, I said, what's the tie-breaking process? And they're like, we don't want to get into it. I was like, no, because like this is gonna happen. I was like, it's gonna be a 3-way. They're like, no way.
They didn't even know.
Came to a 3-way. So Emerson, good luck breaking this. But doesn't one of the teams, I know we were talking about this, somebody plays St. Lawrence as their last game. So it's either Seneca
I
or
think it's
Georgian.
Georgian. I think it's Georgian.
Georgian plays St. Lawrence.
Mhm.
So I feel bad for saying this, but St. Lawrence is a lower ranked team, and they're usually on their win streak right now is horrible. I'm not gonna lie. So you guys have to put up a lot more points against George Brown to break the tie.
Oh, that's how it works.
You need
Oh, it comes down to the points.
I bet, like, it's one of the factors is point
We're
differential.
leading in point differential right now, I believe.
Love to hear it.
After blowing up Georgian by 20, you definitely.
That was
Yeah.
crazy. Wait, but how much did you lose to Centennial by the first time? Because that was a home game.
20. I think
Oh.
20 or I wasn't there, so I don't know.
See, you're like,
I-
it
I-
was
I
my
wasn't-
fault.
I
I was
wasn't
there.
there.
I
I
was
wasn't
there.
there.
No, that's fine. Okay, let's move on. So normally I have this portion of my segment where it's we listen and we don't judge, but because it's a special edition, I want to switch it up. So it's going to be called We Listen and We Learn, because if you're here to learn. Not you guys, but people who are tuning in. And so one of the things that you brought up was feeling like you weren't a part of your community. When did you first become aware that being a Black athlete shaped how people perceived you or treated you? And anybody can answer or jump in when you're ready.
I feel like outside of this court, in the community base, I feel like that's like when it's really obvious for me. So like when I'm in the city doing things and just in the community, I feel like people either perceive you as doing something bad or an athlete. Just kind of, it's hard, but to me, that's what I see it as.
Yeah.
For me, I realized it when I was like younger, because I lived in Ontario and then I moved to BC. And when I moved to BC, I was playing soccer, and then I moved to BC and I tried to join a team there, and they're like all the kids I was playing with are like, oh, he's Black, he's really fast, and do like all this. It was really just like just because I'm Black, I'm able to do all those things. I did do all those things, but it was just judged right off the back, and like it wasn't the best feeling because I just felt ostracized from the get go.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I feel that.
I would say I haven't really had many experiences about that, but I would say like when my club joined a tournament, it was mostly like white based, like there was a lot of white teams. And so with my club being very diverse and having so many different races, we ended up winning the whole tournament, but they couldn't grasp the fact that we won because of all of our different races. So they were kind of just a little butthurt and upset. And it kind of was just like, oh, like, why do you think that about us? Like, is it because we're different? Like, but yeah.
Yeah. It's like, so I feel like, so I play rugby, and in my opinion or my experience, rugby isn't a very diverse sport, at least up here in Canada. Like, it's not a very diverse sport. When you go out to Oceania and Australia, you have a lot of Indigenous peoples because this is traditionally an Indigenous game. So like that's very different. But up here, like I feel like, you know, when people picture a rugby player, they're not picturing a Black athlete traditionally. So like in the circles I operate in, I'm always very aware that like I'm usually one of like 2 or 3 black people on my team, and that's like everywhere I go. Every time I play rugby, it's like, oh, there's only like 2 or 3 of us. Like traditionally, it's a very Caucasian sport. But like I see, like looking at the makeup of like the men's basketball team, they're like predominantly black, and then the volleyball team is like
getting more diverse.
Like let me shout out Jonas, because Jonas is like my he loves to come to the podcast. So hi Jonas, thank you for being a BIPOC athlete. But yeah, so like, do you feel within your team, and not just teams here, but like any of the teams that you represent, so do you feel like your teammates look like you, or do you feel like there's only you?
I feel like it's gotten better, because like my first year there was 2 black people, and then like the rest they're white, but then now it's like 5 of us are like color or like racial, and so it's just like feel like more comfortable, and like no one's really judging us, like cause like you can't really judge if there's a minority, because now it's like pretty even on it.
Yeah. So what does representation in your sport actually look like to you? Like, what are your thoughts on what representation would look like to you?
Not a lot. In volleyball, like it's a predominantly like white sport, and you like so you'll see like the 1-2 black people on the other teams that like, but like it's just because like they're also like really good athletes, so they stand out, and so it's like they're like leading for their team, and so it's like nice to see. But then if you're just like go to like a tournament or anything, like you just see white people. It's not really diverse. It's nice. So like nice to see them around.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'd say it's more predominantly black people, but it is pretty diverse. I can't lie. Like seeing teams, every race plays sport. Everyone loves the sport. But yeah, like this.
I think soccer is very diverse.
Yeah.
Literally, like
every country plays soccer. Yeah.
So like, I think for here it mostly depends on where you play. Like what city you play in kind of determines who's going to be on your team, what races are going to be on your team, how diverse it's going to be. But you'll find everyone playing soccer. It doesn't matter who you are.
No.
People say, I disagree, only because I'm a rugby player, but people say like soccer is like the best sport in the world. Well, they have the most fans, the most people, so I won't knock it. I just think,
they do.
Yeah. So like when you have like sports that like go years and years back, like well, I don't know, basketball was invented the 1900s. Anyway, still young, but still very popular. But like in terms of soccer, you have a sport that goes like centuries back that you can grow from. Whereas like rugby has its roots, but like in North America, rugby is a pretty young sport. Like we call it a grassroots sport, right? And so I'm hoping one day that there's diversity. And it kind of, when you have this conversation about like wanting diversity, I think that it gets a lot of backlash because people think that like, oh, you just want more black people on your team. And I don't think that's, the notion that people are trying to communicate. We would just like more representation of people who don't look the same. We want like more, we don't want a homogenous mixture of people. We want people of all backgrounds, all walks of life to have the opportunity to play sport and be represented. And so year over year, when you're only seeing one type of athlete represented, it's kind of hard because you don't see yourself in that person. You can't see yourself in that journey. We just want more journeys and more voices represented at the table. And right now it feels like there's only one voice that's really, really loud, and then a couple of smaller voices that aren't being heard. So I would never advocate for removing like white people or non-black people or non-people of color from a team, but I just think like by elevating one group of people, it doesn't mean you're lowering a different group. I just think that, everybody deserves to have a seat at the table, and the more diversity and representation you have, the more people feel included. Did you see people who looked like you in coaching roles growing up?
Personally, I did. I grew up in a really diverse community where my parents chose to live. There was so many different races on my street. So when I did join a club when I was younger, my coaches were all different colors. My teammates were all different races. I think I've had every race coach me from when I was younger to up to now. So yeah.
How long have you been playing soccer?
Since I was 4 or 5. Since I was young, yeah.
That's cool.
For me, it was when I was like here as a kid, it was very diverse, like from coaching staff, and it was great. But when I moved to BC, there was one soccer coach, and surprisingly, he was black on the all white team. So like having him there made it better, but like it was insane to have him there.
Yeah, I would say I got coached by every race, like you said as well. To be honest, like I think every single race actually coached me. That's actually crazy. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, no, it's pretty diverse in terms of coaching, and I feel like the quality's there and it's strong.
I've never had a coach who wasn't white, which I don't have a problem with, actually. So the coach who got me started in rugby, and I'll love her till the day I die, Miss M, and she got me started in rugby. But like one of the things that I really loved about her is like she wanted to learn, but not in a way that like made me feel like I was a spectacle or that like I had to teach her. Like she was really respectful. She would always ask me my ideas and ask me my input. And then one of the things I loved about her is like regardless of whatever, she was always like a really fair person. But I always felt like she saw not just my skin tone, but like me as a person. And I think that's really important as well. And I remember after my first year of university, I had actually one of my teammates on the team told me that I only made the team because I was like the diversity piece. And I remember, it was crazy because at first I was like, oh no, like you're wrong. Like there's black people on this team. And I just remember sitting there in the change room and looking around. And I was like, oh wow, like I was the only black person on the team. Like not even just black person, I was the only person of color on the team, period. So it's just like, and it killed like my playing confidence because I was just like, she's right. Like I'm just like, I was like, I said, what, am I on this team because I'm good enough to be like the top 35, or am I on this team because like they needed to fill their EDI quota? And like I remember after my first year, like I quit rugby for 2 years because I was like, it really got to my head. I was like, this is horrible. But I remember like her calling me and being like, Meg, like why aren't you playing rugby anymore? And I was like, because I'm not good. And she like pressed me. She was like, I don't think that's the reason. So I told her about it. And then basically she fixed that real quick. She's like, she brought me down to the rugby club and she paid my fees that summer. And she's like, no, you're going to play. But one of the things that she'd always say for rugby, at least, is just like, it doesn't matter your body type. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter your skill set. Like there's always room for any body and any person in rugby, which is true. Because now, maybe not racially diverse, but when I look across to my teammates, like there's so many different attributes that each of us have that just make sense within our sport specifically. I'm a one sport athlete, so I'm sorry, I can't speak to other sports, but I think that, that diversity piece in multiple areas is very important. But yeah, it sucked. Like I was like done with rugby. I was like, I'm never picking up a ball again. Thankfully, I didn't stay on that path, but it sucked. Okay. I want to cover something that we haven't talked about. How about this? Do you feel like you can fully show up as yourself in your sport?
What do you mean by as myself?
Like, do you feel like you have to compartmentalize part of yourself, or do you feel like you have to hide aspects of yourself when you show up to your sport?
I feel like at first I kind of do, because I'm always like, no matter where I am, I'm always gonna like hide them sides of things. But as soon as like I realize people are like not like as like now I can be like, as soon as I walk in the team room and walk in the gym, I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be loud. I'm gonna be like the person that I am. But at first, like I think anyone is just gonna like do what they have. When you realize people aren't judging, then you're gonna play it on too.
So you coming this semester, how was that for you?
Yeah, like for me, the whole, like when I'm saying the culture is different, I feel like the guys just get along differently, and like it's just more like-minded, like, if you feel like more community sense.
Yeah.
When another person can't really understand your culture, or like some people didn't even try to understand back at my other schools. But I feel like here, you guys are really like aware, and I really appreciate that a lot. Like I'm not something I'm not used to, you know.
It is a very like accepting school.
It is
Yeah.
very accepting, yeah. For
like,
all races, like it's really, I really like it.
Right? Like, and that's, I always talk about how much I love Lord Nation here, but I feel like we are just like a melting pot of so many different people, so many different cultures, and like I feel like everybody has a place to belong here. And so the camaraderie that we have between other people, I just feel like our teams just like, whether on the court, pitch, or whatever, like they just have fun. Like we have fun with each other. And so it really is like that family atmosphere. And like the basketball team always looks like they're having a good time. Like I don't know what you guys are doing, but like you're getting on the bus, you're whirling to practice. I was like, what is in their Kool-Aid this morning that they're just like laughing and joking all the time? I think that's really important to have, because you guys just always look like you're having a good time. Okay, I have a couple more questions. So, what conversations do you think are missing in sports spaces when it comes to race?
I think mental health is a big one. I think that a lot of people feel like they can't open up in certain situations, and that they don't feel like they have a safe space to talk to like anyone. Like, could be coaches, could be teammates, could be admin. Like, some people just feel like they can't go that far. They can only stay within a certain boundary. So I think mental health, especially for BIPOC athletes, is very important and something that needs to be addressed more, even though now it's becoming a bigger thing. Like, mental health is becoming so much more talked about. But yeah.
No, for real.
I'm gonna have to agree with mental health. Honestly, hey, it is a big.
No, you're right. I sorry. Yeah.
Like, I'll go back to like when I first started playing volleyball. I felt like I couldn't really like talk to like my other. I didn't have any other racial people on my team, so I like, or Irish people on the team, so I had to like keep myself. And it wasn't until I got to honestly here is when I actually felt like I could like talk about the problems I had with some people, with people on my team, and it's just like I feel like we need more of that from kids that are younger, like to older. There has to be like a space for everyone. There's just people comfortable to talk about it.
No, yeah, again, I'm sorry. I'm have to totally agree with you guys too as well. Like, the mental health aspect is, you guys, like, when you're down, and especially when it comes to feeling like an outcast, it's like, when you have that sense of community, then your mental health is 100% better, because out there, in like small towns, it's hard. It's really hard to stay positive, and it really affects how you play too as well. That's what I found. Like, when I'm playing, and I'm just having bad thoughts and just trying to just get through it, I don't perform my best. Keep that good mental, then stronger.
Yeah, like I feel that. One thing I would like to see challenged in these spaces are like, there's a certain type of racism that is not necessarily like overt, so like microaggressions, and I think sometimes people think that, I don't know, like microaggressions are still aggressions, and like microaggressions are still like racism. And so I feel sometimes like as a Black athlete, sometimes I feel like I'm policed more than my counterparts. And so like when a situation I had was like when you're passionate, or you're showing passion, or like the game's like going like, you know, head to head, and you're cheering and whatever, and you're showing like you're cheering like, yeah, like let's go, and then people are like, whoa, like calm down, like tone it down. And it's like, wait, why do I have to tone it down, but like my teammates standing next to me, like they're just as passionate, they're going just as hard, like why is my body being policed? And then as a Black athlete, and especially as a Black woman, one of the things that I really don't like being told is like, oh, like you're too emotional, and like, or you're being really aggressive right now. And it's just like, well, what? I play an aggressive sport. Like, I don't know. Like, rugby is carnage. Like, we literally tackle each other with no
protection.
No protection. Like, we just whirl up with a mouth guard and then say like, okay, protect your head. And you're out there and being, you know, fed to the wolves. But like being told that you're emotional when you're displaying passion or intensity, or to tone it down, it's like, I haven't seen the same vitriol in that statement being like, you know, projected at people who aren't Black. And so like there's been times where when I went to play professionally in November where I was told, Megan, you're too emotional, tone it down. And I'm like, what? Like, we're doing good. We're making our tackles. We're working on our defense. Like, what? Why is that the conversation? So I just want people to, like, you know, be very aware. Like, I'm not trying to police what you're saying, but I be aware of the language and the tone that you're using against people and how, like, those biases can be perceived by athletes, because I think it sticks with them. And, you know, like, everybody is here to play their sport. They're here to, like, represent well, to do well, and to uplift their sporting community. And I would just like it to be an equal playing field, both literally and figuratively across the board. Okay, I have a couple more questions, and we'll go. Okay, I like this one. Are there any moments where your culture or community has fueled your performance or confidence?
100%. I feel like everyone has a moment where it has, whether it's negatively or positively. For me personally, I think it's when I played international with Guyana.
You played
Just
international, right?
yeah, yeah. But I think seeing all the parents fly out with their children and then seeing them in the stands supporting, like, they were like our biggest fans ever. Like, they had the flags, they were repping the shirts, like, they had their children's names on the back of their shirts. Like, they're just diehard fans. And I think that just, even if we were versing, like, the most competitive country, like, for me, we made it to the championship round for U20. So we were versing Costa Rica, the States, and Puerto Rico, I think. And so, like, for this, yeah, like, for the States, or even for the home country, because we played in Costa Rica, when we played them, the whole stadium was, like, pretty much packed. And, like, when they would score, it was kind of diminishing. But then when we would get the ball and we would be doing good, then you hear our fans, and we're like, oh, like, they're here actually supporting us, even though, like, we're not the home country, we're an away country. So it was very supportive, and it just helped us play so much better. Yeah.
The stadium atmosphere playing international is so
crazy,
much fun.
yeah.
And
I'm jealous of you two playing international.
there's still room for you. Does Guyana have a
No, I don't think so.
You look it up. You never know. Because actually, it wasn't me who found out that Barbados had a rugby team. It was my mom. And so my mom is the one who, my mom's the one who's born in Barbados, so she kind of had to. But my mom's the one who started that connection for me, and so, like, it's fun.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I think if you search it up, I think there should be. It's probably in the, like, smaller, because Guyana's so small, so it's probably on the come up. But yeah, you would be surprised.
Yeah. Like, one of my teammates from 2 years ago plays for Guyana Rugby, and then actually another girl in the OCAA conference, she played at Humber. She also was at the tournament that I was at, and she also played for Guyana Rugby.
Okay.
Yeah. And then my teammate Shay, she played for Team Jamaica. So, like, that from OCAA alone, there was 5 athletes who were there who played on the OCAA rugby circuit, and then 3 from Durham College.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. By the way, the Guyanese flag is up in the gym. I made sure.
I saw that. I was actually so happy.
And then the Jamaican one was there, but I started at that side. So Jamaica, in my head, I was like, Jamaica was first. And then I came downstairs, and my teammates were like, "Why is Jamaica in the corner?" I was like,
"Yeah, you put it in the corner. You
took
it away." I was like,
"The first one. What do you mean?" So they're like, "Move it." I was like, "So I guess I have to move Jamaica." You know what's funny to me about? And I am Jamaican. My dad is from Jamaica. But, like, even when something's not about Jamaica somehow makes it about it. It's like, yeah. Like, I went to this church function where it's just like, rep your country, and then, like, you would have thought that it was Jamaica Day, because all of the Jamaican people, they're like, it's a celebration about us. It's like, actually, it's a celebration about everybody, but they're like, no, this is about Jamaica.
They make it about themselves.
I love how much pride they show in their country. I can't lie.
Gotta love Jamaicans.
But it's so funny.
When I saw you hang out the Guyana flag, I looked at my coach, because one of my coaches is Guyanese, and one of my teammates, he's also Guyanese. So like, damn, that's
see? I went around, I was like, what country are you from? And they're like, Canada? I'm like, no. Where are you really from? And they're like, oh. I was like, thank you, because I was, like, adding them to the cart to make sure I had, like, representation. So, yeah. Barbados. My favorite. Okay. Let's move on to pieces of advice. So, what piece of advice would you give to young Black or BIPOC athletes joining varsity programs?
You guys can go?
Probably, like, be yourself.
Yeah.
Some people might not like you, but, like, you're gonna find your people, and you're gonna have, like, once you, like, start acting like yourself and being open, you're gonna have your best time.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just say don't be scared. Don't be scared to open up. It's way easier said than done because I know I'm not like that. When I join teams and I don't know anyone, I am like the quietest person ever. And then once you actually start to get to know me, like I don't shut up. like I'm loud. Yeah, like you would never think I was like a quiet person. But yeah, just don't be scared, open up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say like be confident and work hard.
That
Like
too,
just if you feel like you're not, you know, fitting in or doing your best, then just keep working hard and be confident and be good.
Mhm.
I would say it's okay to feel uncomfortable at first because I think sometimes the best moments come from discomfort, and also like there's a difference between not feeling safe and discomfort and knowing the difference for yourself. Yeah, because like your skill set is what's going to get you there, and you at the end of the day you have to rely on that and know that you did the work to be where you are and that you're qualified to be where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what would you go back and say to yourself in your first year? So like whether that be your first year at Nipissing, your first year before you took a break, and yourself.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
You can take a minute if you want.
I would say to myself, don't worry about what people think. Like, don't worry about what other people think. Sorry, like just be yourself, like we were talking about, and just work hard. Like, just don't give up. Like I found myself giving up a couple times, and it's been like I want to like just leave. I just want to go back home. Like I don't want to be here. But like I would say, just don't give up would be the most important.
For me is don't how do you think of the words now? Okay, you go.
Okay. Like he said, put the work in. I think from the jump, like the grind doesn't stop. Like you got to put the work in, because you put the work in, you'll see it. It will show. For me, I think first year, I didn't really know what to expect, so I was kind of like nervous to give my all, kind of. But now that I know what the environment is like, I know what I'm capable of. Yeah, I just play every game with my heart, with passion. Yeah, just keep going, don't stop.
Don't stop.
Yeah.
Can't remember now. Saying don't take everything to heart, because like things are gonna happen, and if some things might not go your way, and you're gonna like it's gonna suck. It actually suck, but you gotta realize like it's way life goes, and you just gotta go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like understanding what you can control and releasing yourself of the things that you can't. Okay, 2 more. What legacy do you want to leave as a Black athlete here at Durham?
I would love to get my name on the wall.
I always thought
Yeah.
about that, like old Canadian or something. But
Like having like some sort of record.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd say all Canadian would be.
that would be
nice.
like
That'd be
imagine
really cool.
walking in like 10 years later and
a
seeing.
nice jersey retirement.
Yeah, that'd be
I love
crazy.
it. See, rugby doesn't have a nationals pathway, so like the highest we can win is provincials. So like the
Y'all
award,
have a dynasty right now.
right? Like
Yeah,
that's
that's
what we're
crazy.
called, the Durham Dynasty. But I would love for our teams to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, because we were the first rugby team in the OCAA to 3-peat, and the first to also 4-peat now. But like 3-peat back to back. So we
What is that? Win gold?
win gold,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Damn,
have,
that's
in
crazy.
my time here, I have 5 medals. My first year was silver, and then every year after that was gold.
That's crazy.
Right.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
crazy. That's actually crazy.
That's a
Right,
crazy
okay, I guess I have my
flex. That's a
legacy,
crazy
and then we've
flex.
only ever lost, which one game I can test, but whatever. I've only ever lost two games.
In your entire
My
OC.
entire time here with Durham in the OCAA.
Wow.
So
Yeah, that's
we
crazy.
lost our game against Humber in the championship match in my first year. And then last year, so the 24-25 year, we lost 1 game by 1 conversion against St. Lawrence. Not to complain, but the referee in that game sucked. I can test it in my head. I won't say it out loud, but yeah. So I've only ever lost 2 games, and I have all of the medals to show for it. Wow. Yeah. So to the nominating committee, I think you should put the women's rugby team in the Hall of Fame. Actually, it's a Hall of Fame year for us next year, so fingers crossed. But yeah, it's been good. Anyway. Last question. If you could say one thing to the sports system about the Black athlete experience, what would it be?
The sports system as a whole?
As a whole.
Damn. That's actually another good question. That's a good question.
Take your time.
Repeat the question again?
Yeah.
I need to, like,
if you could say one thing to the sports system about the Black athlete experience, what would it be?
I would talk about this keep becoming more diverse, I guess, and just keep becoming inclusive. Like that's come to my head first thinking that question, but that's a deep question, I can't lie.
I was gonna say don't take us for granted, because like some programs like just use like as like a tool, and if you're not doing it, like they can toss you away. But
yeah, that's true.
I have no idea. That's a great question.
Thank you. You can go back. We'll maybe we'll put a little blurb in the description. This was her answer.
Yeah, right in the comments.
Right? I would say, like, there's unity in diversity, and I think, yeah, that's it. Like, there's unity in diversity. Like, I think only good things can come from having multiple perspectives. And we're here and we're not leaving. Yeah. Is there any other comment that you would like to share before we outro?
Yeah, I was gonna say this. Because we were talking about, you guys were talking about coaching for your sports, and I was like thinking about it. I've only ever since I started volleyball, it's only been like volleyball entirely. It's been like coaching has just been like white coach. You guys having like
wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like since grade, like because I started in grade 9, and it's only been white coaches. But like I guess this is schooling I've been because I didn't play club for volleyball. So I guess if I went out, probably would seem different. But like,
would you be interested in coaching? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Would you be interested in coaching?
Oh, I would love to coach.
Okay.
I would love to coach.
So there you go.
Like, I can be different, but like I put like
yes.
in my history.
In your history, yeah. But like now you can start that legacy for the next generation.
So it was just high school coaches that you had?
High school coaches, yeah, and then here.
Oh, wow. And why'd you never join club?
I lived in the town I lived in BC didn't have one.
Oh. Okay.
And when I moved back here, I was lived in a small town, and so like the nearest one was Barrie. So like when I want to drive to like 30 minutes every day to go try to get to go play, I'm like, you know what? I'm just not.
So how'd you keep your fitness and stuff up? You just did it on your own?
I just did it on my own.
Oh.
I always played sport. I always played sports as a kid. I needed to work out energy.
Yeah. And
so I'm always fine to do something. So I was playing outside or like text my friends to play.
Mm-hmm.
And I always had to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you choose volleyball though?
Maybe choose volleyball because I was playing soccer most of my life, and then I wanted to move back to Ontario, and I was talking to my parents about if they still think I could play entirely in here, and then they're saying you know what, maybe it'd be best to pick another sport, and I was thinking you know what, that might be best. Let's see what other sports I could be good at, and then my friends introduced my school introduced me to volleyball. And I took that. I'm let's see where this can go. And then I came back here, played my grade 12 year. And I realized, oh wait, this is it's low key. This is fun, and I like it. So and then came here.
Yeah. That's cool. No, I feel bad. I've always been a one sport athlete,
Me
and everyone's
too.
just like, I came from soccer, I came from hockey, and I was like, I started and probably will end with this.
Yeah, me too.
When did you start playing?
I started playing rugby in, I'm old, I'm gonna age myself, 2011, so I was 13. So I've been playing rugby. You can do the math. I'm not gonna say how old I am in here, but I've been playing rugby for 15 years now. So.
Oh, wow.
I was gonna say I was 7.
Yeah, well, I'm 10 years older than the youngest person on our team, so there's that.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's why. See, this is why I'm not coming back, because it's been a long, long time. But yeah, no, like, I don't even know how I even got in. Oh yeah, so like in high school, I always wanted to be a basketball player. Okay, that was my dream. I can't dribble or shoot to save my life. Like, you'll see me, I'm the manager of the women's basketball team, you'll see me at practice, and they're like, Megan, shoot, and it's embarrassing, okay, every time. And I'm like, I can't play basketball. I'd probably foul out in, like, the first 2 minutes of the first quarter, just because I'm used to using my hands and playing an aggressive sport, so there's that.
Slap someone on the court.
But I always wanted to play basketball. There's like this picture of me as a little kid. So my older brothers both play basketball, like very competitively. So there's this picture of me. I was like 3 in like my little blue like uniform, like shooting. I don't think the ball went in, but there's a picture of me shooting the basket. And I never made like any basketball team I ever tried out for, because again, I sucked. But then, you know, I remember my coach being like, come play rugby. And like the first practice I ever went to, like the first tryout / practice, was horrible. It was like torrential downpour of raining. Like everybody was miserable. I was learning that you could only pass the ball backwards, and that didn't make sense to me. And just like, I was like, I hate this. I remember going home and my mom was like, I already paid the $50. You're going back. So a mix of like, thank you to my mom for making me stick with it. And then that coach for me like, come try out for rugby. But it was miserable.
That was another question I have for you guys. Like, your family, was your family like very like into sports? Or, like?
Yeah, my dad's the one that put me into sports.
Yeah,
I kind of didn't have a choice. It was like
me
and my brother was like, you gotta play a sport, or there was no other option. And if we weren't playing, we had to be outside. Like he would like
that's
force us out the house.
My parents did not want to see us during the day.
Stay outside so the lights come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Did you have to choose soccer, or could it be
No,
any
no.
sport?
He just put us in soccer, and then my brother didn't really care for soccer. He was like not interested. He would just pick flowers off the ground and stuff. So then he went into basketball when he was like, I don't even know. I don't remember, but it was because of elementary school. He liked basketball more, so my mom put him into basketball, and then I just stayed with soccer because I loved it. So
does he play like the college and university level?
No. He graduated like a year or 2 ago, but no, he doesn't have interest in playing. Like, he just does it for fun. Like, now he just goes with his friends and signs up at some like next runs that happens, and he just plays for fun. But he would never like join it. I think it's too serious for him to join a college or university team. Yeah.
Honestly, I felt the same thing like with my brother. Like, we both started on soccer, but like he just didn't like it.
Yeah.
And, like, went to basketball. Like, only sees it as fun as well.
Yeah.
But
I think every kid started off in soccer.
Yeah, when I started soccer.
Yeah.
That was my first ever sport. Like 4 years old. Yeah, soccer. I love soccer.
Yeah. It's a great sport. Didn't you start in soccer?
No, I never played soccer.
Oh.
No, I was not in Timbits hockey. I was not in Timbits soccer. No.
That was the best era.
I was
Timbits soccer.
I was in church. Okay. While you guys were in sports, my mom was making me go to church.
Oh, that's fair.
Vacation Bible school.
Although vacation,
right? That's what I'm saying, vacation Bible. But let me tell you, like, church sports gets really competitive, and we're supposed to have. It's crazy. Like, I remember, like, in the summertime, we would have like sports day, and people went so hard. Like, I was like, guys, we're not winning anything. It's not like we walk away with the medal, but it was just bragging rights. But I just remember church sports was like
serious.
Crazy.
I remember
it was serious.
Like back in, it was like 2019. I was with my aunt said, oh, there's a track day for church, and like a bunch of like churches that came down, and I've never seen Like that just made me kind of experience what it felt like to be like in the States when they were on the track, because those people were just packed in the stands, and you see like my aunt has a video, and they're screaming over like little kids.
It was like it's like our Olympics. Like
it was that serious.
It's that they take it
that
serious.
Like stands too.
Yeah,
that's
like
crazy.
renting out facilities and competing against each other like as amateurs, but like you want like it's crazy.
Wow, I've never heard
Want
of that.
absolutely nothing. It was just bragging
Bragging
rights.
rights.
Bragging rights are important.
Yeah.
Right?
They are. Yeah, no.
Like, I think as a Black athlete, there's this like a separate type of culture that you're also like involved in, and it doesn't matter the sport, but like it's always a good time. It's hard to explain, but it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you for being here and sharing your perspective with me today. I hope our dialogue today can challenge others to continue the conversation within their own life and working towards creating a more equitable space for all athletes, regardless of race. I enjoyed learning from each of you, and this has been the Lord's Last Play for Black History Month. Please join us tomorrow night as we celebrate culture on the court for our last basketball home game of the season. Your Lords will tip off against the George Brown Huskies at 6 p.m. for the women's game and 8 p.m. at the men's game. In partnership with athletics and the DCSA, we are handing out Jamaican patties and Chubby's drinks during both games, with cultural entertainment at both halftimes by a steel pan artist and a special giveaway that will be announced at the game. Women's volleyball is at home on Saturday, hosting their OCAA crossover qualifier against the Conestoga Condors, serving off at 1 p.m. Men's volleyball will be on the road to Humber College in their qualifier, serving off at 3 p.m. Good luck and roll, Lords. Please don't forget, you can follow the Media Hub on Instagram at DCSA Media Hub. You can also keep up with the Lords on Instagram at Durham Lords. Thank you for watching. Stay warm. Happy Black History Month.